Hello and welcome to Lair of Lore number who the hell knows anymore. This is why we stream it, so I can add the number later.
I don't even know it today. I don't even know. Last week, Cap sends me a text message. Hey, do you want to... Yeah. Cap sends me a message just like, hey, do you want to podcast? And I'm like, I'm in another state, about to board a train for 30 hours.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, when I get home, maybe this could work.
Yeah, but when you got home,
and
it was
apologies
way too
for
late.
the just sorry you guys, my voice is gonna sound like a combination of Chainsmoker and prepubescent boy.
That is a bad combination, indeed.
It isn't it accurate though to what my voice actually sounds
Remarkably
like?
so, yes.
So
we are here
apologies.
to one.
I've got the sick.
Yeah. So really quickly, we are here to talk about two things, and probably try and make this a pretty quick stream, because depending on how Haley's feeling when she gets back from work, we might have a D&D stream after this. So we're gonna run.
There's
through
a heist. A heist must happen.
There might be a heist that's going to happen. It depends on whether or not Haley is okay
Feeling
to
okay.
play or not. So
Yeah.
first of all, we're gonna do a quick run through of announcement week because I don't know, there's a very, very tiny chance that some poor fool comes to us for magic news. If you do, I'm sorry, you are very behind.
We are not the best source of news.
No,
we're a good source of conversation and argument and discussion, but
I
not,
think we have at least some
up-to-date
things to
news.
talk about for announcement week. So
Yeah.
the first thing that I am, to be honest, I'm actually really happy about every part of announcement week. So I feel kind of dumb for this, but I'm going to start with, oh my god, there's a new unset! Yes! Yes! I don't even remember the name, but still, oh my god, there's a new unset. You know why I'm actually kind of annoyed about it?
Why?
It comes out almost exactly a month after the wedding day.
Oh.
If it
Okay.
came out a month earlier, I would 100% have my entire bachelor party as just, we're doing an unset draft, motherfuckers.
Oh my god, that would be so perfect. Oh my god.
Also, hang on, 19.5, I have to go bleep that now. God dang it.
I didn't say anything.
No,
not
I
my
did.
fault this time. It was not my fault this time. I want this to be on record. That curse was not my fault. Because
Okay.
it usually is my fault.
Yep, that was me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's a big deal for me.
Sorry, I really like unsets. I don't know why, they just really appeal to me. I know that they're not everyone's cup of tea, just for some reason silver bordered cards have always been that, I don't know why, but this just clicks with me. So, what else is there? Well, one, they are going over to new news standard. I have feelings about this, but they're mostly directed about that whole new standard not actually happening thing. Look, I actually agreed with the faster rotation, but meh.
I mean,
So-
for me, I think one of the bigger things is the new way that they're going to release sets.
Well, yes, I'm getting to that.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a part of the Metamorphosis 2.0, which is an offshoot of Metamorphosis, not 1.0, because they thought it was going to be the only one, where they
enough.
did the whole, okay, so this three set block once a year thing isn't doing a lot of the things that we love doing, so let's focus in a little bit more. We'll remove the core set and do two blocks a year with one large and one small, and that'll sort of make things more balanced, and we'll do one rotation every time a new block comes in, which I think they should have done, but they only did it for one, and it was the fake one, so
It should be interesting.
yeah. Yes. So the one thing I am seeing is that we'll still have the running issue of the last set will only be in for half as long as any of the other sets, but The most important thing is that, one, we are going to have 3, technically 4, large sets a year. They will not
is
be
exciting.
necessarily connected to each other. Every single one of them can be, their own story and their own world. Because let's face it, something like Amonkhet sort of had to happen in the two sets, because you had the setup and then you had the oh shit, the thing happens.
Yes.
Kaladesh and Aether Revolt could have just been one set.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Something like Dragons of Tarkir definitely had to be 3 sets. But there aren't that many things like that.
Exactly. So you can get more story. And I mean, for me, my whole thing is, I get we have the Gatewatch, and the Gatewatch is super important to Magic lore and all of that jazz, but it's not going to be solely focused on the Gatewatch anymore, which I'm totally excited about, because there's so much...
That's not what they said.
Well, okay,
they said that the Gatewatch is still... Gatewatch. No, what they said is the Gatewatch is still the focus of the story. They won't, however, find an excuse to all go everywhere together, or join up at the end of every storyline.
Yeah.
Which is good. They also said that they will not be regular Planeswalker cards.
Mm-hmm.
So they're actually making up more space for new Planeswalkers on any new worlds we go to, so that's nice. The other thing, which I was initially worried about until Chewy helped me actually read a thing properly, is that there is no... Okay, we have to force a story into one set. If a story takes more than one set, then it gets to be in more than one set. That's perfect. I was a little bit worried about that initially because I can't read. Also, yes, the Squee is in chat, and yes, that's our next thing is they announced what the first one of these is going to be, and it's back to Dominaria, which doesn't matter for Miriam because Miriam hasn't played that long. Technically, neither have I, but I've looked back into the lore. So basically, for the first 11 years of Magic, pretty much all the story was set on Dominaria.
Well, hey!
Yeah. I mean, it had different names at different times, and had weird extra lore based around it, but...
Oh, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
We've talked about Dominaria. We've talked about some of the story behind Dominaria.
Yes, they have... The problem is that it has a massive story.
Yeah.
But yes, the first set is we're finally going back to Dominaria as part of the 25th anniversary of Magic. Which is a little bit weird, because the 25th anniversary of Magic is going to happen right about the same time that we're having the 25th anniversary of my birthday and the 24th anniversary of yours. So,
maybe we have a Magic
confusing.
Birthday party. Or we do something Magic-based.
Probably, yes.
It
might just be playing whatever the Dominaria set is.
Exactly.
Also, hey, Chewy, as well.
Hi, Chewy.
Yeah, sorry, the Miriam is currently a bit broken.
Yeah, I'm a little squeaky.
Yep.
These young people, what? I'm not that young.
I was printed very slightly after Alpha, but yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah.
The other thing that we need to do in this crazy run-through of other shit is, for some reason we don't censor that one. Don't give me crap for that.
I don't know why shit never gets
No. I mean, like, I was printed less than a week after after Alpha released. I'm not actually kidding here. And then the last thing, which I think I'm most excited about, is... Have you seen the art for Ixalan yet? Have you? No, Miriam, really, have you?
Let me see. I don't think I have.
Hang on.
Linkity link me.
Yes, hang on. I'm trying to find the actual, good
squeakies.
Cover image.
But yeah, so this will be fun. There's new stuff happening. It's exciting.
No, give me the full art.
Is there a full art?
Sort of.
I love the full art. The full art makes me happy.
Yes, okay, that is the full art. I'm actually going to change our background to this real quick, but I'm going to throw it in the chat first.
Okay. To the chat. Oh, I left that open because I don't know why Discord was like, you have a microphone on your headphones. Let's use that. Instead of, let's use the microphone you've repeatedly used.
There was a Windows 10 update. It does weird stuff sometimes.
It's the dumbs.
Yeah.
It's the uber dumbs.
Where's the podcast?
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
I know. So yes, this is all we know for sure about Ixalan is Pirate Vraska, dinosaurs. Sounds like they're going back to original Zendikar style stuff where it's all about the exploration and the hunting up treasure, and oh my god, this sounds amazing and I love it.
Yes. Oh my god, this is Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, yay, feathery
Is that
dinosaurs.
ether-powered creature?
What?
What
No,
is
that's a
that
cannon.
level? Okay, that's a cannon.
Yeah,
It
that's
looks
just
like
a
an
big.
ether
That's a cannon. That's a glowing cannon with a harpoon in the middle.
with
Wait,
a face.
and
With a
apparently the
face
monkey
on
has a
it.
hook hand that I didn't notice.
The
Where's the
monkey has
monkey?
a hook hand?
I don't even see a monkey. What am I missing?
Oh, there's a monkey in the corner.
You sound
Bottom left.
so pained. Oh yeah, the monkey down there.
What does? My
You-
squeaks?
Yes, you sound so pained.
The thing is, it really doesn't hurt. I just sound squeaky.
Oh wait,
Ooh,
is there a slightly?
Yes.
That is so weird that they gave us 3 different versions of this art. There's like a
This is
stretched,
So cool.
there's a stretched one, there's a square one, and then there's the one that they actually put on the Magic website.
God, this looks like so much fun.
Yeah. So yes, all that they've said is that this is Explorers of Ixalan. They're hunting some treasure on the plain. There's a bunch of people hunting for it. It's a city whose name I don't remember. And that the next set is Rivals of Ixalan. They found the treasure, time to fight over it. I love this so much so far. I feel a little bit bad because I feel like it's kind of similar to, oh no, we broke Mirrodin. Let's get Kaladesh so we have a new... What's it called?
New world.
So we have a new artifact world, and this is... Oh no, we broke Zendikar. Quick, get a new exploration world. Also, thank you very much, Chewie.
Okay, so Orazka's the city of gold.
Yes. So yes,
They're
nothing.
they're looking for El Dorado.
Yeah.
They're El Dorado. That's awesome.
There is nothing bad about announcement week. Since we didn't
God.
record during announcement week, we just screwed it up.
I was on a train. My bad.
She was on a train, and then I proceeded to work for 8 forevers.
All the forevers.
Yup. So it was... Oh, it was a hard week. But that means that now we get to just be goobers and talk about the
The
Hour of
cards.
Devastation spoilers.
Our favorite thing to do is to talk about the cards.
Yep. Because this is probably gonna have to be a like quick dart run through episode since we're trying
Yes.
to see if we're doing
The D&D.
the D&D. We still don't actually know if we're doing D&D, but
Yeah.
we're gonna try and run through this pretty quick and then go more in depth next week when we have almost all of the spoilers.
Yes, which
So,
would be great.
Big priority. We're gonna try and run
The
through the
Lair is
mythics.
Lair of Lore Traditional is back, doing the Lair of Lore Traditional stuff.
Yup.
It's
So,
great. Okay.
we're going to try and run through and do mostly the mythics, probably any legendary creatures that we can find
Yep.
that look interesting, and any cards that just look amusing to us, of which
Yes.
I can think of at least 5.
A 5 exactly, to be precise. So this is good. All right. So, do you want to, let's get the Planeswalkers out of the way really quick.
Which one would you like to talk about?
How about I talk about Nicol Bolas, the
Okay.
bastard himself?
Okay.
Because why not? This is Nicol Bolas, the God Pharaoh. For 4 generic, a blue, a black, and a red, you get the Planeswalker Nicol Bolas. Okay, so at +2, target opponent, so it starts with 7. So +2, target opponent exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a non-land card. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost.
Ooh.
At +1, each opponent exiles 2 cards from his or her hand. At
Okay.
-4, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh deals 7 damage to target opponent or creature an opponent controls. At -12, exile each non-land permanent your opponents control. Nicol Bolas. God
Sorry,
Pharaoh.
I'm trying really quickly to see if I can drag out a
So we
card
can-
reader.
Yeah, I was gonna say like so we can actually see the cards we're talking about.
Pardon us while the Miriam dies.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm dying slowly today.
There we go. Haha, there's the Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh.
There he is. Ah, big old bastard.
Also,
Oh, that's perfect. That comes just above your head.
yeah.
So you
Also,
can point at him.
well, I mean, until we changed the background art, he would also be covering his own face because we had this exact art as the background before I swapped.
Yeah, because it was pretty great art.
I love that, like, half of the art that they have right now as wallpapers, and in fact, all of the art for Hour of Devastation, except for one of them, is all Raymond Swanland art.
But his art is so perfect.
Well, one of them is also Nicobolus. The other one is Nicobolus, like, arriving as the hours start counting down.
Ah. Do. All right. You are next up if you want to get the next.
Yes, I'm just trying to
Planeswalker.
fix the view of the magic card.
Fix away.
Yes, that.
Yeah. Just so you
That
guys
one.
know, 30 hours is a very long time to spend on a train.
Just a bit. Just a bit. So,
Very long
next one,
time.
the other Planeswalker is...
Yeah.
So, I'll make this clear right now. I haven't read any of the story for this set for some
No.
reason.
I think next week is essentially going to be our recap of what the hell is happening and
Probably.
cards.
So,
I think that's probably a good episode.
first up, or not first up, I guess second up then, we've got Samu the Tested. I'm assuming that T is silent. I don't know why. It might be Samet. It would
Samet,
actually help if
Samu.
I remembered to open it as a new window, though.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
Oh, give me a second. How did I do this last time that it was so much easier? There we
I'm
go.
not sure. It's been a while.
Yeah. Samu the
But we're
Tested.
catching up.
Well, obviously the story is Bolus hacked the planet. He's clearly just a horrible hacker.
Of course he is.
So for 2 generic, a red and a green, Planeswalker Samut, 4 loyalty, +1. Up to 1 target creature gains double strike until the end of turn, so just hit them more. -2, Samut the Tested deals 2 damage, divided as you choose among 1 or 2 target creatures and or players. So, yeah, just ping something, or not ping something, bolt something. No, not bolt, shock. I'm gonna run through all of the burn spells first. And then -7, search your library for up to 2 creatures and or planeswalker cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Huh.
Ooh, what are you thinking?
I mean, she actually just seems good.
Like a decent.
It's very, like... I mean, she feels like just a good red-green planeswalker. Her basic loyalty upping ability is just hit things better, you can do it. And then -2 can either be protect herself or get in a little bit more damage, and if you manage to get her limit break, then it's just win more. Yeah.
That works.
I'm not denying that you're entirely true, Squee. I'm just saying that my headcanon is now that Nicobolus is also just a terrible hacker. But, yes, I know he hacked the planet. Let's see here. So, next we're probably going to be covering the gods.
Yes. Do you have any favorites you want to take?
I would like to take the Scorpion God, so if you want to grab one of the other ones first.
Awesome. I think the Locust God looks terrifying.
Okay. Well,
So-
now I remembered how I did this last time. Haha!
Ooh, there's a thing on the back.
Yeah. Wait, what?
There's the thing. Hang on. When I hover over it, it does the thing.
Oh, ignore that.
Yeah.
You're on
Interesting.
Mythic Spoiler, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I jumped back over to the actual spoiler page.
Ah, okay. Right, so the Locust God. For 4 generic, a blue and a red. It is a legendary god creature for 4/4. It's got flying whenever you draw a creature, or excuse me, whenever you draw a card. Create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. For 2 generic, a blue and a red, draw a card, then discard a card. When the Locust God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Not
I
bad.
can't tell if I like this or not.
Oh, when it sorry, my own voice is distracting me. Sorry.
Well, that was a
I
little
can
bit to
hear
you
it in
and
my
a
ears,
little
and
bit
I'm like,
towards
oh
chat.
God, I'm so sorry, everyone who's listening. I mean, it makes sense that like for a locust god, it's like okay, you're creating your swarm,
Yeah, it's a literal swarm.
pretty much.
Yeah. I
So,
like most of these gods because they actually feel like pretty decent commanders, even with their weird die clauses. Because,
yeah.
I mean, if it dies, it goes to your hand, so you don't get the increased costs. Also, I just like these three horrible pestilence gods. They seem sweet.
They really do.
Which I guess
I mean,
means I get the scorpion one next.
you
Unless
do,
you've
and
got
then
something
they'll
else
be
about the locust.
No, I mean it totally makes sense. I mean, you're creating your swarm. It's flying. Its other ability, you can just kind of generate your swarm if you need to.
Yeah.
You've got the mana for it. And then also like with a locust swarm, you just can't get rid of them.
No, they just won't go away.
They eat until they die or they leave.
Yeah.
So
Up next,
it
we have
kinda
got
makes sense.
the Scorpion God. For 4 generic, a black and a red, it's a legendary creature god. It is a 6/5. And whenever a creature with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, draw a card. You know what stupid deck I still have built somewhere? Because I'm a
Yeah.
terrible person? An Infect Commander
no.
deck.
Oh no!
It also has, for a generic a black and a red, put a -1/-1 counter on another target creature, and when it dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step.
Poison.
I love the Scorpion God. Yeah, he's just like, no, you're gonna get poisoned, and when you finally die of poison, I'm gonna draw a card.
Exactly.
So deal with
But
it.
then I'm also gonna help with the poisoning.
I am a bad person, Bill. I'm aware of that. It gets worse because I don't remember the name of my commander, but it's that angel that digs stuff out of graveyards at random. Because there weren't better Mardu commanders when I built it. So it's a weird color too.
So essentially, Cap's gonna have some fun with this if he can.
Oh
just,
yeah, like I
he can get a
I am
Scorpion.
not dirt poor anymore. Once I'm done building the computer, I will probably start building commander decks again.
Isn't
and-
it nice to not be dirt poor?
Yeah, and it's like a sliver deck. I play it once to make sure that everyone remembers I have it, and then stop playing it. Except that I feel less bad about the Infect one than the sliver deck. I took apart my
they're-
sliver deck.
They're the kind of decks you bring out every once in a while against a certain opponent that they just need an ass kicking,
Yeah, a little bit.
and then it gets put away for the next ass kicking.
Pretty much, yeah.
And yeah, squeak.
I would still be dirt poor, but yay, job. Also, Miriam, you haven't mentioned this yet.
Oh, I have a new job.
You have a new job at the same company. Again.
Again, we're working together.
Not
But in
really.
different-
You work at an entirely opposite side of a very large building, but yes.
Yeah. Cap and I are going to be working at the same place again. I'll be working in the dry lab and training for the wet lab, and he works in the wet lab training for the dry lab.
And for once, she doesn't work for me.
No, I know. We're coworkers again instead of like, he's just kind of vaguely my superior.
Yeah.
And like,
So, do you want to take the Scarab God?
yeah, sure. I've got it like pulled out. It's not that terrifying, Chewy.
It could be way worse.
It's not. And I mean, literally, I get to bake and then test the bakes with science.
Yay, science.
The science, it's great. I've got a baking and pastry degree, and I'll be wearing a lab coat. All of my nerdy dreams are fulfilled.
Well, before you get too nerded out, let's talk about the Scarab God.
Scarab God. Okay, so it is a legendary god creature for 3 generic blue and a black. It is a 5/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life, and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Okay? For 2 generic, a blue and a black, exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. When the Scarab God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next step. I like it.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
like it.
It actually seems really good. So, I think I know what I'm going to grab next, which is one of the goofy mythic legendaries.
All right, go
Mostly
for it.
because apparently I missed something in the story about what on earth the Eternals are, because they look sweet. But this is Neheb the Eternal for
Okay, I want to point out if there's anything on fire with like an epic like flame kind of cast, you're gonna go for it. You love those kind of arts.
Oh yeah,
You love it.
I do.
I just wanted to point that out. That whenever the art looks kind of like this, Steven is all over it.
I don't know why, I just do. There is one that I didn't care about for Amonkhet, but I don't remember what it was, because it just
Exactly.
didn't stick with me. So, yes, Neheb the Eternal for 3 generic and 2 red. He's a legendary creature, Zombie Minotaur Warrior. Those are all of my interests, thank you. He is a 4/6 with Afflict 3. Whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 3 life. No matter what, you're taking at least 3 from him.
Oof.
At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, add 1 red to your mana pool for each 1 life your opponent lost this turn. Yes!
I like
Just-
it.
This is the best way for red to ramp. Not rituals or anything, just I hit you, and that becomes mana.
I like it. Oh, that flavor text though.
Oh, I entirely skipped it. This is what glory looks like.
Yeah, with flavor text that epic and you skip it? What? No.
Yeah. So, I think we've got 2 other legendaries if you want to grab
Yeah.
one of them. Yeah,
Well,
damage
okay,
equals mana.
two-
No, 3,
Two
sorry.
other that are in English. Let's put it that way.
No, if you go to the real site, he's in English. That's why I went over to the real site.
Boo. Because, well, no, there would be 3 of them. There's Jeru, there's Unesh, and Razaketh. And those are all legendaries.
Wait, who are you? Who's Jareth?
Jeru, he's a white.
Oh, yeah, no, he is in English, yes.
Okay, see,
That's why I
on
am...
Mythic.
Go,
okay,
no,
hang on.
leave Mythic Spoiler alone.
But no, he's in German. I want to point out that Razaketh the Foul-Blooded. Let me just lay it out for you really quick. So Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, for 5 generic and 3 black, is a legendary creature
There he is.
demon for 8/8. He's got flying, trample, pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature. Search your library for a card, then put that card in your hand, then shuffle the library. For something that big, I don't know. I don't feel like he's being used to his best potential. And the problem is, if you made it any bigger, like if you gave him any more stuff, he would be like too broken to play.
So,
Can you
I
hear me?
think, yes, I'm trying to think. So, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is... So, Grizzlebrand was too broken and good. Let's not do that again. Because Grizzlebrand was, if I recall correctly, this is me trying to guess off the top of my head, I think he was... 4... He was either 5 and 3 black or 4 and 3 black for a 7/7 with flying and lifelink, and pay 7 life and draw 7 cards. In this case, though, pay
It's
2
a
life
little
and
underwhelming.
Are you kidding? Miriam, pay 2 life and sacrifice a creature. Just anything. Some scarab token you have. Go tutor in your library.
See, putting it into that perspective makes more sense.
Yeah, because tutors should cost at, like, the fixed level, like, 4 mana or so. And this is just do it whenever. Doesn't require a tap, doesn't require anything to stop him from just
Yeah.
doing this all through until you get every card you need.
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to take...
Yeah,
the
that's what
next
I thought. So they did. So Grizzlebrand was 8 because at 7 it was too broken.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That was what, like, my conscience was saying, but I couldn't remember if my conscience knew what Grizzlebrand was.
Thank you, Squee, for bringing facts.
So then, if you cover, so the other thing is he's one of the 4 demons that holds Liliana's contract as well. So he did.
Okay.
Apparently, the Gatewatch had some amount of trouble killing him, but he's dead now.
I mean,
Also-
so the flavor text is Liliana insisted on coming to Amonkhet to confront one of the 2 remaining demons to whom she is bound.
Yup. So
Okay.
it took 5 of them to kill him.
But he's dead.
He's like a lieutenant of Bolus, though. Can you tell what cards we're
Yeah.
really excited to talk about next? Well, not next, but... So then I'm going to grab the one that you can't find in English, then, which is
Okay.
Dejiru with eyes open. Because for some reason in my head, I'm hearing it like that episode of Next Gen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So for 3 generic and 2 white, he is a legendary creature, human warrior, rare. He's a 4/3 with vigilance. When Dejiru with eyes open enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a planeswalker card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. If a source would deal damage to a planeswalker you control, prevent 1 of that damage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Was it Temba? I thought it was Tanagra. No, it's someone else, and it's 2 people at Tanagra, right? I don't remember the episode well, but I remember it. Let's face it, it's usually Cap at the Twitch chat.
Miriam quietly reads it and then brings it up later.
Or Cap at Chewie's Twitch chat.
Pretty much.
So I'm trying to figure out then, just from the context of this card... I feel like Jalad had something about peace, though. I'm trying to figure out, is he helping the Gatewatch, or is he helping Bolus? Because I actually can't tell. Because eyes open would sort of imply...
His eyes have been open to the crazy.
Yeah, but Bolus had a group who was working for him on Bant that made it seem like they knew what was going on, but were actually working to like force the shards together and work towards Bolus's plans. So it's not something that he hasn't done before.
I mean, it looks like there's a fallen spire in the background.
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Thank you very much.
Like one of Bolus's obelisks.
Maybe? Who
topples
knows?
in the background.
I mean, there's probably story about him, because I feel like he would probably have been revealed with story.
Yeah.
I guess that means you get the Sphinx, which it feels like we
Yeah.
haven't seen that many Sphinxes.
You know, for like it being in kind of a vaguely Egyptian analog.
Yeah, weird.
Okay, so this is Unesh. I think I said that right. Unesh. Cryo Sphinx Sovereign for 4 generic and 2 blue. Legendary creature, Sphinx, a 4/4 with flying. Sphinx levels you cast cost 2 less to cast. Whenever Unesh, Cryo Sphinx Sovereign, or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put 1 pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Okay.
Why am I forgetting what this card is called? Oh god. It has a name. I have entirely forgotten it. It's just a fixed version of... Oh god, it's a blue card that is kind of broken. Because the whole thing is that you draw 5 cards, make 2 piles, show it to the opponent picks 1 pile to give you.
Sphinx of Uthun.
No, I'm talking about the real card. Sphinx of Uthun is a card that does... This is a fixed... Fact or fiction. Thank you. God damn it. It's a fact or fiction variant. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Sphinx of Uthun actually does... Oh, is this not fixed? Is this actually just fact or fiction? Okay, but with 4 cards instead of 5. Okay. Look, I don't remember the different variations on them. Like, I actually know what you're talking about. I have that card. Yay.
Helpful. Thank you, Manjestic.
So
That's Unesh.
I think
it
we
makes
have-
sense. It's the whole like knowledge bring things up.
yeah, I think we have 1 mythic left.
Why don't you take that one?
Okay. And then you need to pick your favorite of the cycle that we're going to talk about, but skip the blue, because we'll save that for last.
Okay.
Where did I put the mythic? I just opened it. It is right... There it is. This one makes me think of Hearthstone, mostly just because of the name. It is Uncage the Menagerie. For X and 2 green, it is a mythic sorcery. Search your library for up to X creatures with different names that each have a converted mana cost X. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. The destruction of Rohan's monument released his collection upon the city.
Oh, dear.
I'm not sure if this is worth it, if I'm completely honest.
X. No, I don't know.
Just because of the... If it was X or less, that would be probably broken. If it put them onto the battlefield, that would definitely be broken, but it's more of just, okay, so if I spend 3 mana on this, I get to go find 1/1/1. Or 1...
Exactly.
Wait, did I read it wrong?
Let me see.
Yes, that's what I said. Then it would be... Sorry, Chewie made me think that I read it wrong, but no, yeah, that would be broken. But I mean, 3, you get to go look up 1 cost. 4, you get to go find 2 costs. 5, 3 costs. The problem is that once you're getting up there to... I think this will probably balance out somewhere around like 6-ish mana. So yeah, 4 cost creatures, but they can't be duplicates. I mean, yeah, I get that you're going after... Why does it break at 11? But yeah, I get that you're going after your combo pieces, but are there any creature-based combos right now? And are all of the creatures the same casting cost? Or are you just treating this like a sorcery speed creature tutor? Oh, there aren't 11/11 drops. Okay. How many 11 drops are there? Just for morbid curiosity. Wait, I have a smartphone with a magic app on it. So Miriam, which one of the Wonderful Cycle would you like to talk about first?
Chandra's Defeat.
Okay. Hang on. There she
Partially because of the flavor text, partially it's nice damage.
Look, all the flavor texts we're going to talk about because they're all beautiful.
So good. Okay. So, Chandra's Defeat for 1 red is an instant. Chandra's Defeat deals 5 damage to target red creature or red planeswalker. If that permanent is Chandra Planeswalker, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Fire. Is that your only trick, Chandra? Sassy Pants, Nicol Bolas.
Holding her in his creepy 3-fingered hand.
And she's smoking. She's not even on fire anymore. She's just crippled.
For some reason, when I saw the whole, like, purple smoke, I was assuming that was something Bolas was doing, not even her smoke.
It almost looks like her fire is out.
Well, yeah. I mean, that part I think is for sure,
Yeah.
but I thought it was more of just, like, Nicol Bolas was just, like, exuding some sort of strange purple smoke. Or was draining her magic away with it or
Literally,
something.
it looks like he's gonna do this. Squish.
Just, I feel like it's more of pick up and just flick. Goodbye.
Oh, see, I feel like just crush her in his hand.
Okay. Well,
Which is
then,
horrifying.
I will take the defeat of Chad. Gideon's defeat for 1 white.
I forgot that's what we named him.
We didn't name him that.
It's the whole frat boy name
Yeah,
thing.
Lur
It's who was it?
overall named him.
Yes. We read through those.
Gideon's defeat. For 1 white, it is an instant. Exile target white creature that's attacking or blocking. If it was a Gideon Planeswalker, because that's actually possible, you gain 5 life.
Nice.
Gideon, how easy it must be to play the Protector when you think yourself untouchable. How wrong you are. I like how it's not even he's trying, he's just like poke finger through chest.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I know which one I want to do next.
Okay.
Okay. Nissa's Defeat.
Good, that's the last one I didn't have open, so I'll pull it up right now.
Perfect.
Move over. There you
So
go.
Nissa's Defeat. For 2 generic and a green. Sorcery. Destroy target forest, green enchantment, or green's planeswalker. If that permanent was a Nissa planeswalker, draw a card. The soul of this world is gone, Nissa, and I would gladly kill it again. And he is strangling her to death with her own vines.
Yup.
What?
I feel like it probably isn't her own vines, it's probably just she tried to call them to, like, help her, and the world is just like, I'm dead, what are you trying to do? And Bolas is just going, oh no, those are mine now.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Nissa one seems pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're... I don't know about main decking. It sort of depends on if the meta is overwhelmed with green planeswalkers, which they tend to be pretty decent, but... The fact that it's resigned to forest or green planeswalkers, but...
Yeah.
Overall, I don't think it is a bad card in any way.
It's just, it's destruction. It's destroying...
Yeah,
anyway.
It's very specific, and it's a little bit weird that green is destroying green, but not that weird.
No, but it makes sense for the person who's doing it.
Yeah. I think in this case it very much is, like, Nissa tried to do something, and Bolas just went, oh, this planet is dead, hun.
Nice try.
I control it.
Bye-bye now.
The other ones are
Bye-bye.
definitely sideboard
Bye-bye
only,
now.
yeah.
And die.
Yeah, the
That's
definitely...
literally what my brain is going. Like, bye-bye now, bye-bye now, bye-bye now, and die.
So up next, we've got Liliana's Defeat, where it actually just looks like she's sort of crouched and ready to just run away. For 1 black, it is a sorcery. Destroy target black creature or black planeswalker. If that permanent was a Liliana planeswalker, her controller loses 3 life.
Not the most overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's so limited to black, but at the same time, most of these are, hey, remember that it's destroy a planeswalker for 1 color.
Yeah.
Except for the white one, because the white one's weird. All the power you have gathered for yourself, Liliana, I can take away.
Yes, you can.
That's why I think she's actually just running, where she's just like, I can't win here. I should just go.
Just get GTFO.
Yeah.
GTFO. So, our final one. Do you want to take that? Because I know how you feel about him.
I would very much like to take that. If you want to do me a favor then and run through the other cards and see if there's anything you want to talk about.
I will do that then. Go right ahead.
Because somebody is a Chungus. Jace's Defeat.
He's a dipshit.
Yeah. So, for 1 generic and a blue, it is an instant counter target blue spell. If it was a Jace Planeswalker spell, scry 2. Yes! Eat a bowl of dicks, Jace. Eat a bowl of dicks. I like how it looks like his brain is exploding out of both sides of his head.
It's being ripped from his head.
Well, it's
And
sort of
from his
like
mouth,
siphoning out his mouth and his ears, and then exploding out the back of his head.
And
I had
he's
hoped for
choked
so
off,
much-
He can't scream.
I had hoped for so much more from you, Jace, but I expected as much. Just
Burn.
eat it! Eat it! Yes!
Like, eat the biggest bag of dicks.
I'm so happy with that.
Let's see. Anything particularly awesome? I'm kind of wondering what's happening. So I'm assuming the gods are dying off too.
Yes, they were all, like, murdered by the Bolas's 3, the Scarab, the Locust, and
Yeah.
the Scorpion. Hang on.
It's like
Hey!
Oketra looks like puppies being dumb.
Yes, very dumb. I'm amazed that the mic isn't picking them up.
Because I can't hear them at all.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, it looks
mean,
like
for
some of the
art-
gods sort of fought with Bolas, and I'm assuming that he's basically figured out a way to draw a whole bunch of power from this plane.
Exactly.
But yeah, most of the gods seem to be dying. I think Bontu may or may not have sided sort of with Bolas, but I can't tell.
I think he might have, or tried to.
Yeah. Some of the gods look like they tried to protect humanity and the other people on the plane, but did not
Like
win.
Oketra, who's very much like the merciful god.
Yeah. And then it looks like Rana also tried to help.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything for Hazaret yet. Again, we haven't looked at any of the story or anything, so...
Yeah. And that's the thing, we're going to go more in depth into a lot of these cards next
Yeah,
week.
I did see the there's a card, where is it, that the snake god figured out got Scorpion. What was it called? Is it a black card?
Hour of Glory. I have it up in front of me right now.
Is it black?
Yes.
Good. I thought so.
It looks like he's just gonna get speared so hard. And
it's not in the card image. Oh, there it is. Yes. Yeah. Which makes the Scorpion God look so much more terrifying.
Yeah. Ugh. I mean, for art,
Stop.
Kenra Eternal is
Hang on.
great. Zombie Jackal.
Stop that.
Squee, thank you so much because like Steven and I are a bit behind on what the hell is happening on Amonkhet. And I apologize again, everyone, just because like I am squeaky as hell. So squeaky.
Angry dogs.
Like I sound like a squeaky toy.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
no.
Hour of Glory, really quickly to read that one off
Yeah.
because we'll forget. For 3 generic and a black, it is an instant. Exile target creature. If that creature was a god, its controller reveals his or her hand and exiles all cards from it with the same name as that creature.
That's rough.
The gods of the trials also faced the opportunity to prove themselves worthy.
And then the subtext and were found lacking.
I think Bontu may have found himself worthy, seeing as his flavor text for Bontu's Last Reckoning is, "To the last, Bontu wanted only to be the first among the god pharaoh's subjects."
Well, then there you go. I feel like if I get too far into any of the other cards going on, that'll kind of spill over into next week's episode.
Maybe.
The only one I want to point out is Kenra Eternal, which is like beautifully creepy. I like a good.
Yeah, it seems
card.
like the Eternals in general are some sort of zombie that has been melded with some kind of metal, which
something.
Bolas
like
has some experience with, having been around for what's it called? Esper.
Yeah. So, I think that's kind of it for the cards, at least for this week, because I know we're going to go in depth into them next week.
Yeah, Bill, that sounds
Kind of-
terrifying. Just for what it's worth, the snake beat the Scorpion, but it came back while he wasn't looking, so he got stabbed in the head.
No.
I get the feeling that he
No.
wasn't expecting the whole "they don't stay dead" thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't tend to stay dead.
I,
They're good at pretending
that's
to
one
stay
thing I
dead.
do like, is that all of the like forgotten gods that are Bolas's subjects effectively are one capable of dying, and in fact have clauses where they die all the time. I don't know why, I just really like that for a god.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it for right now.
Yeah.
So hey, we actually did a Lair of Lore podcast.
Well, hang on, let me close that magic.
Like an
card.
actual like lore cast, which is
Yeah.
great. Because we
So,
haven't done one of those in a few weeks.
do we have any other dumb stuff we want to talk about before heading over to the post show, which will also probably be pretty short?
Actually, for those who play Persona, my bus driver today actually looked like Igor. It was his name was Igor. He was balding on top, had a big nose, and very scary eyebrows. It was great.
That
It
is
was
a
so
little bit
good.
terrifying. Okay.
Yeah, no, it was great. And he spoke with a Russian accent.
Yeah. Well,
So for those of you who play Persona, you'll get the reference. But it was kind of fantastic. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful.
meanwhile, I'm pretty sure that I went through some sort of strange day where I went to go register my car finally. Wrong Igor, Aleph-Cat. So I went to go register my car finally. Got pulled over on the way there because of my late registration. Made it home after spending 2 hours at the DMV, almost none of which was spent waiting, and most of it was spent trying to convince a trainee
DMV
county
person.
clerk that indeed I did actually have insurance, and that no, this is not crazy Florida insurance that isn't compliant or whatever the heck that means. In fact, I do comply with all of Colorado's insurance laws. It was a very long day. I came home, and I think I made it home at like 10. No idea what the heck happened to me for about 4 hours then. Because I got up at about 2:30 and texted Miriam, "Hey, you ready to podcast?" And she went, "Nope, I am leaving for my drug test right now." I'm like,
Yep.
okay then.
Because I'm like, okay, I literally just got all the paperwork for my drug test. I have to get to the drug test place before it closes, as well as chugging enough water that I can produce a sample on demand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always fun.
I
So,
hate drug tests.
with that, I think we are going to safely say that we'll talk about that as soon as we're in the post show. We are going to end
Yeah.
off here. So thank you very much for tuning in. Remember that if you want to email us, you can do that at masterminds@layeroflore.com. You can find everything we do once we stop being stupid about it over at layeroflore.com. You can get access to all of our stuff, including some Patreon only stuff at our Patreon at patreon.com/layeroflore. Look, it's Layer of Lore everywhere. Facebook
It
and
makes it easy
Twitter.
to find us.
Yes. Facebook and Twitter. And on Patreon, you can get access to other silly stuff like the Derpy Puppy feed, anything wherein we are doing goofy craft stuff. If you really like what we're doing, you can get stuff like at the top end, once we now have Saturdays free again, because we didn't for a little while, access to us mailing you all of the food we produce on our cooking streams. Like, that is our top end if you want to go check that out. But
It's the tasty business.
until then, look forward, because we are still doing our 365-day streaming challenge. Last time I did the math and updated, we're somewhere around... Wait, hang on, I can check, actually. We are somewhere around... Oh, wait, I'm not showing a card here, so I can just use this one. We are... Come on, load. I believe in you. Load slightly faster. We are... Come on, where did I leave this counter? Come on, come on, come on, you can do it.
We're a
I
lot of
believe in you.
days in.
Why are you loading so slowly? We are, this is actually stream 144.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, sorry. So we are actually on stream day 144. So,
Yay.
with that, we are going to be heading on out now because chat has now gone completely insane.
A little bit.
And because Miriam is dying just a little bit.
I'm
So,
trying not to.
off to the post show. Whatever, words are hard.
Oh, show.
Goodbye, all.